Seeing Shiro on his laptop, I can't help but wonder what he might be working on. It couldn't hurt to make a new member feel involved, so I head over to say hello. He's having a little chat with Tiffany when I walk up.
I've never been that great with computers. I'm more of a gamer than a tech nerd.
I'm the other way around, but I appreciate plenty of good games. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, yo, Hallie.
Sup, dude? We were discussing the finer points of interactive media.
Shiro was just telling me about being a hobbyist game designer.
Game design? That's pretty cool. But it's probably really complicated too, huh? It's only as complex as you make it out to be. It all depends on the scope of your project.
I'd have to keep it real simple if I wanted to get anywhere.
Look, it's not like you have to code everything from scratch. There are tons of engines, tools, and resources that make game creation way easier.
Fair enough, but I think I'll stick to playing, thanks. And if you'll pardon me, I have a little something I want to work on today.
Oh yeah? What might that be?
A song, of course. See you around.
So, have you published any games before? I wish I could say that I have. There are a couple big projects I'm working on. But I have so many ideas, it's hard to keep all of them shelved at once. Sometimes it's too tempting to just add them into what I'm already working on. Or making, is what it says. I probably would have finished the game by now if I'd only focused. That's no big deal. Hobbies are supposed to be fun, right? Yes, they are, but it'd be nice to get that sense of accomplishment for once. What are you working on now? I thought you'd never ask. I have two big projects I try to devote my spare time to. One is an RPG and the other is a visual novel. Interesting. Tell me about the RPG. I'm having lots of fun with it. I've always been a huge fan of RPGs. I tend to like retro ones better, and they've influenced my design philosophy the most. I'm trying to make a game that breaks the mold, one that you'd recognize as an RPG, but still having its own identity. How so? That sounds tricky. By tinkering with the core mechanics, it's centered around battles, as RPGs often are. But I'm throwing out conventions like XP and MP for the sake of in-depth combat. Hold on, if there's no experience to gain, then what's the point of fighting? Simple. There is no option to flee. Battles are infrequent and some can be evaded, but they're inescapable. You also fully heal between fights, so each one is an individual challenge. Okay, and the MP thing? Wouldn't you just spam your strongest spells in that case? And not when their power is balanced against your regular attacks. You have to use what's most effective. This places emphasis on learning your enemy's weaknesses and making good tactical choices. Doesn't that sound a lot more compelling than grinding 10 levels and saving your MP for the boss? I guess it could work. I'm hardly an expert. What about the other one? The VN? I'm focusing on my writing for that. Core gameplay is mostly just clicking as usual. On the outside, it seems like a normal anime dating sim. A cast of cute girls, routes to follow, etc. But the way it plays out, your decisions can affect your relationship with everyone, not just the person you're going for. The characters also hide their depth behind a lot of common anime tropes and cliches. For example, you go after the tsundere girl and find out why she's so defensive all the time. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So they feel more like real people, right? Exactly. Where so many of these games go wrong is in how totally unrealistic they are. You get the same stock cast of characters, go on a few dates, and get an H scene if you're lucky. I think something more sensible and down-to-earth will be more relatable. I'd agree to that. Some VNs are so lovey-dovey, it's like everything is sunshine and roses. Yup, the ones I remember are those that do things differently. And as you may expect, that's what I'm trying to do with mine. But the real kicker is this. For all the choices you make in the game, none of them matter in the end. Regardless of your route, some outcomes can't be avoided. What do you think of that? Huh, sounds like it could be kind of frustrating. It's meant to be subversive. Another common aspect of VNs is just saving and loading to get a better result. I want the player to realize their actions have consequences and that sometimes there's no right answer. That would probably upset a lot of people, but it'd definitely be unique. Anyway, that's what I have going on for now. I also have a bunch of little side projects. But I'm trying to ignore them. It's time-consuming enough to make one game. I believe it. I can't even imagine the hours you have to sink. You don't want to know, trust me. Now that I'm in a club, my time is even more divided, though I can still do some work here. If I'm not too distracted, that is. Oh, if I'm bugging you, I can leave you alone. Whoops, that isn't what I meant. Don't worry, you're fine, Hallie. But come to think of it, I did want to ask you. How much do you know about Yuri? Yuri? Not a lot, to be honest. I just met her last week. Okay, but you must have some idea about her, right? I spent some time with her preparing for the festival. Oh, so yeah, just tell me whatever you got. Well, she's bookish. Extremely bookish. Alright, anything that isn't obvious? She enjoys fantasy novels, but also likes horror. I see. Go on. She's really big on tea. I think it's her favorite drink. That I didn't know. Anything else? Oh, she also has a thing for knives. Knives, huh? Okay. She's quiet and shy, so it's kind of tough to learn about her. I hear ya. Thanks for the info. Before the conversation can continue, Monica speaks up to get the group's attention. Oh. We're gonna wingman Shiro route. The romance is real. Where you going? Skip. Come on now. How much of Shiro's route can we fit into this video? Presumably about a third.
I saw you hanging out with Shiro today. How did that go?
He seems like an okay guy. He told me about a couple of his games design projects.
You mean he makes video games?
Certain types, at least.
Wow, that's awesome! What sort of stuff has he made?
He hasn't finished anything yet, but he told me about the two he's working on. One is an RPG and the other is a visual novel.
Okay, I remember he said those kind of his favorites. Was there anything else you talked about?
He asked about Yuri, but that was all.
Yuri? Why do you want to know about her?
Beats me.
Well, it was nice of you to spend some time with him. It's good to make everyone feel welcome in the club.
Yes, indeed. I just wish I had more time for all of them.
One day at a time, Hallie. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Another Shiro palm here. Left one. For sure. Wizard. Yeah, Mystic? Yeah, Mystic's him. Rogue is also him. And Hacker. You might think Monica would be Hacker, but she still jumps through it once. Dungeon. Oop, I double-clicked. My bad. His is novel because of visual novels, actually. Is he Tenacious? No, that's Yuri. That was a canon word. I think I already questioned Tenacious at least once today. Oh, there's Warrior. Let's get it. Wrath? Oh, that's another canon word. Warlock. White is actually one of the meanings of his name, and I didn't point it out in the previous poem game, but whenever we picked Castle, that is also the other meaning of his name. In Japanese, Shiro means both of those words. And I guess they just tell them apart with context? I don't know. How about God? How about Demon? Oh, those aren't some concerning words for him to jump for. Combat? Justice. I think that's Tiff, actually. Yeah, but he still likes justice. He's down with the justice. Otaku. Good job, me. Skip it. The homeroom bell rings, signaling the start of another long day. I drag myself out of my seat, reluctant to even move. I let the other students clear out as I take my time. I'll still make it to my first class before it's too late anyway. Over the din of footsteps and chatter, I hear a familiar voice out in the hall. I step out to discover Shiro standing between a pair of students. They seem to be harassing him. I quickly recognize them as Reiji and Achi, a couple of well-known bullies. This can only end badly. What are you waiting for, nerd? You're gonna be late for class.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to miss a single lecture, would ya?
Nah, I'm not that worried about it. I keep my grades up just fine. Which is more than either of you can say. What was that, Tubby? You think you're smart, huh? Hey, let's leave out the personal observations. After all, I'm only as thick as your skull. Whoa, sick burn. I'm crying and shaking right now.
How can you be so rude? You really hurt his feelings.
Yes, he's clearly devastated. Maybe he should go home early. You know, you should be careful when you say that kind of stuff, too. Some people get a little violent when they're upset.
Get him, Reg.
I've seen enough. I decided to step in before things get ugly. Hey guys, just leave him alone, would you? Oh look, a knight in shining armor to save the day.
Yeah, is this your boyfriend or something?
No way, my heart belongs to Reiji. Get the hell away from me.
Didn't you see him there? Or your glasses just fogged up? Here, let me wipe them off for you.
Achi swipes Shiro's glasses right off his face. I tried to protest, but no words come out.
No wonder you can't see. These just make everything a blur.
They're prescription lenses. They wouldn't work for you.
Whatever. Is this how you see the world without them?
Hey, Achi, let me take a look. Achi carelessly tosses Shiro's glasses over to Reiji. Wow, this is pathetic. You must be blind as a bat. Feel free to give those back anytime. But you know, the nerd look kinda suits you. Maybe you should keep him after all.
Nah, you can have them back. Here. Oops.
Reiji drops the glasses to the floor with a clatter. Thankfully, they didn't break. Shiro snatches them up before anything else can be done. As he's fumbling to put them on, Reiji gives him a little shove.
Back off, you creep!
Achi shoves him back, but he catches his balance before Reiji can try again. I can't take it anymore. These two have to go. Knock it off, both of you. Don't you have anything better to do?
Don't get your panties in a twist. We were just leaving.
Yeah, see you homos later.
The two of them depart, finally leaving us alone. Are you alright, Shiro? I'm fine. Sorry you had to see that, Hallie. Did they pick on you a lot? Not that often. I'm usually able to steer clear of them. They just happened to catch me today. Thanks for trying to stick up for me, though. I had it handled, but it was nice of you anyway. Had it handled? Are you sure? All bullies ever want is to get a rise out of you. I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction. When they can't get that, they get bored and back off, just like they did now. Well, as long as you're okay. Dude, I told you I'm fine. Petty stuff like this doesn't get to me. I'll see you in the club later, alright? Yeah, see you then. Shiro leaves to go to his first class. I have to hustle to mine as well. I wasn't expecting a setback like this. Maybe I can talk to Shiro about it more later. The school day passes quickly and I can click the skip button now to advance it slightly faster. Okay, a lot faster. I go over to see Shiro. He's set up his computer in a remote corner of the room. As I get close, I can see his expression is agitated. He isn't typing, just staring blankly at the screen. Suddenly, he slams the laptop shut in frustration. He rests on his elbow with his hand against his forehead. Shiro? Hey, Hallie. Are you okay? You look pretty upset. I said before I'm... Alright, yeah, I'm kind of in a mood. Things haven't exactly been great today. What a shock, huh? Well, you're in the club now, so you can chill and take it easy. Sounds like a plan.
Is everything okay over here?
Jeez. It's fine, Monica. Shiro's just had a rough day so far.
Rough day? Did something happen?
Nothing. Just a couple bullies earlier, that's all. Hallie.
Bullies? Who were they? What'd they do?
It was Reiji and Achi. Typical rude stuff.
You mean that dense jock and his little girlfriend? Those two are insufferable. Shiro, I'm sorry to hear you had to put up with them.
It's fine. I know how to take care of myself.
Do they bother you often?
No, they're just a nuisance every now and then.
Whoa, calm down. I was just asking. If they cross the line majorly, we could have them reported. They've been problematic before, and people don't always stand up to them. I might have enough influence to do something about it for good, so let me know if you ever want my help.
Yeah, sure.
Here, I'll leave you to your business. Just try to relax.
Will do. Monica steps away, but things don't feel any less tense. Did you have to tell her about that, Hallie? Sorry, I didn't think it was a big deal. It's not. It's a bit weird for me, okay? Seeing someone actually care for once. Most people would rather just stay out of it, but you... Even if you couldn't help much, it was at least a little brave. I guess what I'm saying is, thanks for being there, dude. No problem. I'd always stand up for a friend. A friend? Well, I appreciate it nonetheless. Though it's not the only thing on my mind. Eh? Did something else happen? You already saw it. When I was talking to Yuri earlier, it didn't go so well. Oh, that. When she told you about books. Yeah, I didn't mean to downplay the medium. I only wanted her to see what she's missing out on with games. She says she's hardly ever played them, so how could she have a clear idea? I don't know. She does seem a bit stuck in her ways. And her little pink guard dog sure isn't helping. You mean Natsuki? Who else? She's like an angry Pomeranian, yappy and just about as threatening. I think you only have her worried. She's always been defensive. Well, I wish she'd mind her own business. It's likely she won't even give me a chance. I hear ya. I guess you'll need to prove yourself to her somehow. Any ideas on how I might? The sooner this is over with, the better. Well, she did warm up to me after a while, but I doubt my method will work for you. Unless you're willing to read manga with her, which she probably wouldn't want to share. That's for the best. Seems I'll just have to figure something out. If I'm going to get, what I'm looking for out of this club. I'll have to confront the dragon crouching on her manga hoard. Pfft, I thought she was a tiny dog. Dragons come in all shapes and sizes. Speaking of, I think you'd like to fight one? I have my RPG on this laptop. Sure, I'll check it out. Nice, let me boot it up. Shiro opens his laptop and gets a few programs running. The game is a whip build, but he shows me some of its features. The battles work about like he described. He lets me square off against a couple different enemy loadouts. They're pretty tough, but I pick up on their cues quickly enough. It's surprisingly well balanced. As I play, Shiro points out little quirks and nuances that weren't so apparent. He's put a lot of detail into it. We lose track of time for a bit, and we're both somewhat surprised when we hear Monica calling out for the group's attention.
Okay, everyone, it's time for our next activity. I don't know why I read that.
Here we go. Wait, it's not time for an activity. It's time to resolve this argument in the sixth and last way possible. We gotta defend Shiro. Natsuki, I get that you're worried about the club, but you're not being very fair to Shiro here. Even if you're suspicious of his reasons for joining, he's still a member just like you, me, or anyone else. And he hasn't done anything wrong, so what's it really matter? Looks like I got through to her. She doesn't look happy, but she must know there's truth to what I said. Shiro begins to talk before she can say anything else. Well, Hallie, I appreciate you sticking up for me. But it's okay, really. I can tell I had a part in this too. Natsuki, I think I got off on the wrong foot with you, and maybe the others as well. I've been known to come on too strongly sometimes, and I'm sorry for making you worry. I haven't really had the chance to show I'm well-intentioned yet, so I hope you can bear with me for now.
Yeah, you say that, but I just don't know, okay? If all that's really true, then you better start showing it. And don't expect me to cut you any slack either. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Fine, I'll drop it for now. Just watch your step, alright?
You got it. Natsuki seems content to leave it at that. She goes to gather her things. I hadn't noticed, but we're almost out of time for the club. Hey, Hallie. Yeah? Thanks for speaking up like that. I don't usually get that kind of support. No problem, Shiro. I'd do the same for any of my friends. Shucks, dude, don't make it awkward. I'll see you tomorrow. Shiro steps away and gets ready to leave.
Looks like we got out of reading for the last time, Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
What was Shiro so upset about today?
You noticed he was feeling down?
I thought about going over to us, but Monica beat me to it. He looked pretty mad. Did he know what was wrong?
He got bullied by a couple of jerks this morning.
Bullies? Oh no!
I tried to help him out, but I couldn't do much.
Oh, poor Shiro. It's no use picking fights, but still. At least you were able to help him feel better later. He was a lot happier playing on his laptop with you.
I was just being supportive, though I was interested to see some of his works, too.
Hopefully things will go better for him tomorrow.
As long as those bullies don't get to him, I'm sure it'll be fine.
And even if they do, he has you to back him up. Have a nice evening, Hallie.
Yay! I think I have time to write this last Shiro poem before we wrap it up for this session. Oh my god. Oh god. I think any of these actually are him. Oh no. How could this be? Does he jump for journey? He does. Okay, Conquer too. He likes justice a little bit. I mean, he'll jump once for this as well. That was another canon word that I couldn't feasibly put to him. Combat. How about dungeon? There's dungeon. Yeah. And like, how about nightmare is him. Yet another word that is not at all concerning in any way, shape, form. No, not guild. Hey, there's purple, which is actually a TIF word, and I'm just picking it because, you know what? You know how I mentioned green earlier? Green and purple? There you go. That's it. That's the joke of those words. And also her color scheme, actually. Yep. I went there. Where? Novel? Yeah, novel. And I think edit is him? No, it's Monica, but he still jumps. It's fine. Everything's fine. Until it's not fine, but it's gonna be fine. After all, in the end. You'll see. Swagger. It's him. He's got that swagger. Otago. And grin. And not delete. Well, he would jump for it at least once. Rot. Yeah. And summon. Yeah. And I'm gonna skip until we get to the first text box, and I'm gonna save, and that's gonna do it for now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more DDLC Take 2. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.